We spend our entire lives optimizing for public capability. We acquire skills, we polish our intelligence, and we build impressive resumes, while we completely ignore the structural foundation required to hold it all up. Modern society functions on a strange contradiction. We elevate leaders who are highly educated, but fundamentally dishonest. We trust geniuses who are completely unstable. Developing enormous capability on top of an undeveloped character produces a predictable result: damage. Damage to the team, damage to the work, and eventually the individual's total collapse. Sharpening skills increases the weight you carry. Higher learning requires becoming someone trusted with that weight. Capability and character must grow together. This inner work is a deliberate architecture, 4 anchors expanding outward from the private mind to the world. Attempting to hold long-term public authority while the private mind is unsecured is a failed strategy. Without these anchors, the structure eventually gives way under its own weight. Anchor 1 sits at the absolute center of the radius: honesty with yourself. This is where leadership actually begins. Most failures of character begin as microscopic private lies. The story you tell yourself about why you did what you did. The motive you hide from yourself, even when it's obvious to others. Self-deception is the foundation of every other vice. The practice is to sit in the quiet and ask, what is actually true about this situation? What am I avoiding seeing? The second ring of the radius is anchor 2, discipline in the unwatched moments. What you do when no one is watching is what you actually are. The integrity of your work when no one is checking it, and the way you treat people who can do nothing for you, reveal more than any public performance ever will. Refining a single unwatched habit every quarter creates a massive compounding effect over years. These small private disciplines are what build a durable self. The fortitude required to lead others is forged exclusively in rooms where you are completely alone. Now the radius crosses into the external world. Anchor 3 is care for the people closest to you: family, partners, and close colleagues. There is no integrity in being admired publicly while being difficult privately. That is a contradiction. The people who see the version of you that does not perform are the most accurate witnesses to your actual character. The outermost ring is anchor 4, service that is not transactional. A mature person helps others without scoring the exchange. They lift people without expecting a return and show up for situations that will not pay them back. This is the highest form of strength. It is how you develop a core that does not need constant external validation to function. If you cannot deploy your capability without a guaranteed payout, you lack the stability required for true authority. These anchors form an interlocking mechanism. Without honest self-assessment, you cannot learn. Without private discipline, you cannot apply it. Treat those closest to you poorly, and you lose their trust. If your work is purely transactional, you will never be someone others choose to follow. When capability and character grow in parity, an individual develops a rare, magnetic presence. Their capability is no longer a performance. It is an immovable extension of who they are. Look at the 4 anchors: honesty, discipline, care, service. Identify the single ring in that radius that is currently the most underdeveloped in your own life. You have 48 hours to initiate the smallest possible private practice to strengthen that link. Public capability rests on private character, every time. Public elevation begins in the quiet.